Hi and welcome to the next video. My name's Dino and today we're going to be looking at custom tactics and how they are going to help you to be more meta. Okay, you are meta, as we said in the first video. This is the second of 4 looking at custom tactics, but before we do, there's a couple of things I'd like you to do, and they are free. They cost you nothing, but they make a huge difference to me as a content creator. Please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and if you want to be notified when new videos are coming out, hit the notification bell. So like, subscribe, notify. Those are the 3 things. Please, please, please. That makes a big difference to me. Let's move on and look at making you more meta by making the custom tactics suit the way that you want to play FIFA. How many times have you watched these videos from other YouTube creators where they promise you that this is a new meta formation, it will help you score more goals, help you win more games, help you become an Elite 1 player. You try the formation out and it doesn't work for you. There's a real good reason for that. All of us have a style and a way that we like to play FIFA. And the way that you set up your team very much depends on how you want to play FIFA. So you've got to trust me on this one. This video will make a huge difference to you. This video will help you win more games. Not because I'm going to show you a formation that claims to suit you, claims to help you become elite. What it will do is it will show you how the way that you set up your teams will help you win more games. So let's get straight into it. We're going to look at custom tactics, and there's 2 things I'm going to look at. I'm going to look at the way that you like to play FIFA, and I want you to think about that right now. So for example, Pep Guardiola, Manchester City, Barcelona, they play pressing football and they'll counter attack. He's always set up with not necessarily an out and out striker. He'll have 5 midfielders and they'll all move into those forward positions when they then counter attack. So you never really know who from midfield is going to be up front putting the ball in the back of the net, which is when you look at his teams, there's a lot of goal scorers in and amongst his midfielders. Okay, so let's look at that first of all. So we're going to look at counter attacking football first. If you like to play fast counter attacking football, there is no point using balanced or possession. Look at the offensive tactics. Look at the players represented by the dots on the screen. Possession based football, they're not counter attacking. No one's making any forward runs. It's up to you to put those players in that forward running position. If you go balanced, which is the next step up, again, it's very slow. That is not counter attacking football. Okay. Look at the difference now when we just move to long ball, 1 through ball, over the top, in behind the defenders. That's a long ball style. That's a counter attacking style. Fast build up. The red team lose the ball. Look how quick the other team's moving forward. Look at that. That's counter attacking football. So you have to use one of those 2 options. Now, with counter attacking footballs, there are no teams out there that play counter attacking football that do not press. Okay, and I'm not suggesting that you necessarily need to press in the opponent's defending half, okay? Because reason being, if you think about when the ball is in the opponent's half, how many players have they generally got in that half? 8 around the ball. So that one player that's on the ball has got 7 other passing options at least within his own half, okay? When they're attacking, they'll generally have 2 to 4 players in your half. You'll have 8 players. That's the time to press, because you've got 2 players generally pressing the ball, and you'll do it yourself. You'll manually defend with 1 player and you'll be second man pressing. That's what it's about. That's the time to press. You don't want to be pressing necessarily in the opponent's half, because you're going to be forcing players out of their natural positions, which gives you the opponent space in behind your defenders. Okay, so pressure on heavy touch or press after possession loss. Those are the 2 options, and that will depend on how aggressive you want to be. Start of the match here, if you're losing you need to get a goal back, press after possession loss. Okay, we're not going to talk about width and depth necessarily. We'll talk about depth, we're not going to talk about width. Okay, with depth, when you're playing counter attacking football, you want to defend a bit deeper. Sorry, you're not parking the bus. You want your opponent to come on to you to bring all of their players forward so that you can get the ball back. When you get the ball back, away you go. Okay, they've committed their players. Suddenly you're 5 on 3 rather than 2 on 4. Okay. Players in the box. You want to get your players forward. You want to encourage people into the box because that helps with your fast build up. There's no point setting it here. If you're fast build up, you want to be setting it up here. Corners and free kicks, entirely up to you. I'll talk about width in another video. Okay, let's look at another form. And we're going to now talk about possession-based football. Okay, this suits people who like to use skill moves perhaps a bit more, because what you're doing here is you are using a ball roll to try and open up space. You're taking your time. You've got the ball. You're shielding the ball. That's possession-based football, and you can see it on the screen how long it takes for other players to move into position. The thing with possession-based football, what you've got to be good at, you've got to be good at manually triggering forward runs. Now that's after you've placed the ball, passed the ball. So if you pass the ball with a player and you move the right stick forward in a direction, that player will then make that run after passing the ball into that position. I'm sure you know how to do that. Or you look at a player and trigger the run so that they make a forward run for you to pass to. You need to be good at that to play possession-based football, okay? In FIFA anyway, all right? The way to set up defensively, I would suggest, now this is going to sound a bit strange, okay, for possession-based football. There's two options. You can defend deep, get the ball back, slowly pass it out, because you're going to have defenders and players around you. Your midfield will have dropped back, your strikers will have dropped back, okay? If you do that, that's fine, no problem at all. The other option is to play the offside trap. You've never played the offside trap if you're playing counter-attacking football, and I'll explain that in a second. The offside trap, you play it here because if you catch someone offside, you get the ball back in your own half, generally quite close to your 18-yard area. Your players will then be quite close by. You'll be able to start building an attack from the defence. If you play counter-attacking football and you play the offside trap, what happens is if you do catch the other team offside, you get a free kick around your 18-yard box. What's happened then is all of their defenders have dropped back into position. You can't play counter-attacking football because you're trying to get your players will naturally try and make run in behind defenders. They'll get caught offside because the defenders have all got back and they're defending quite deep. Okay, doesn't work. All right, so counter-attacking, low depth, no lower than 3. Let's not go lower than 3, please. It's just boring. Okay, so counter-attacking football, 3 or 4, 5 if you want, no higher. Possession-based football, again, you can defend deep if you want. My suggestion would be defend on 7, auto depth on 7, auto offside trap, and away you go. So hopefully you'll see, think about the way you play, think about the way you like to attack, and then change your tactics to suit the way you play. The way you set up your tactics works for whatever formation you like to play in. And we're going to come on and talk about formations as a separate video on that. And in that will be width as well. So think about it, how you like to attack, set up your tactics. And I promise you, if you do this and you're not doing it already, it will make a huge difference to the number of games you win in FIFA. My name's Dino. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the notification. So we want you to like, subscribe, notify. Enjoy FIFA. I'll see you on the next video.